So I said that there were three parts, but there is one more thing that I like to do with this data structure, and it's a little exercise for you. I'll give you the statement, and I hope that you pause the video after I give you the statement and you try to solve the problem yourself before you watch the end of the video where you're going to see the solution or look at the slides. So the idea here is that this will be a quiz, and in this quiz I have the following. Let's say that S is an array of pointers to lists of students in sessions of a class, just like we presented in the first three parts of this lecture. Let's assume that the base of S is in, so this is the base of S. The base of S is in A0. And I would like you to write a RISC-V assembly code that will place in A0 the fifth letter of the name of the third student in the second session in S. So that's the statement. So I would like you to get into A0 the fifth get into A0 the fifth letter of the name of the third student in the second session in this array S. So that we have clear, this is the base of S. This is the first session in S. This is the second session in S. So this is my S array, that's my array of sessions. So if I go to the second session in S, I want the third student. So this is the second session. This is the first student, second student. This is the third student. And then I want, so the third student is at that address. I want the fifth character of the name of that student. So this is the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth character. So now that you have that specification, I suggest that you pause the video and you try to write the assembly code so that you can get that character into A0, given that you are given this address here. Okay, so I hope that you have attempted to write the solution yourself. Let's see how we write that. First, we're going to have a load word with 4A0, because 4A0 will place me into the second position of this array. So that will load the address that is in this memory position into T0. So now I have in T0 the address, this address here. Next, I will do a load of 8T0. Why 8T0? Because what I want is this address here, which is for 8 positions from where I am. So I'm going to do a load 8T0. And both of those are load words because I'm loading addresses. Now the next load that I'm going to do will be from this address here. It will be a character load because I want the character. So that will not going to be a load word. It will be a load byte. So I'll do a load byte unsigned. And because I want the fifth letter, I need to add 4 to my position. So because the address that I had was the address of T. This would be T plus 1, T plus 2, T plus 3, T plus 4. So these three instructions solve the quiz that I posed to you. This is just quick exercise for you to understand how you can use the displacement to access different positions in the array. And in this case, because you start with a char star, 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 to get to the character, you need 3 loads. And that is a good clue for you. If your type has 3 stars, you're going to have 3 loads. 2 loads we're going to have to be load words because you are loading addresses. And the last load is for the type that you want. If it's an integer, you're still going to do a load word. But if it's a character, you're going to do a load byte. And as I said before, we favor the load byte unsigned so that we don't have signed extension.